top secret equipment in this box. Here's the thing when you have a golf shop. January is basically like Christmas time for new golf equipment.
Yeah.
So we have brand new equipment in here. Should we open it up? Let's see what's in here. So we have a new review to do today. And it's probably one of our most hyped, asked about products.
No, don't start ripping. Finish your cut.
Here we go, here we go. All right, hold this.
Why do I have to hold it? Why can't I grab it?
Because I want to see it first. Okay, so we're reviewing today, and all this fitting equipment is officially in the store starting now. So you can come in and get fitted for it immediately. It's PXG. What PXG stuff is it?
I think you know what it is. I know what it is, and I'm stoked.
So we have the new Black Ops, baby. Let me just take the wrapper off and show the folks at home. I got it. Oh, look at that. So piano black. Everyone's going piano black this year. How good does that look?
That does look really good.
So we're going to talk about what this technology is. What this technology is.
And most importantly,
what this technology is. What this technology is. What this technology is. And what this technology is. Just kidding, that's a QR code. All right, let's get going. All right, don't forget, if you're in the Denver, Colorado area, come to our showroom. We have a full PXG fitting center, of course, with a lot of other brands in here. You can come get fit, you can shop for apparel. We got our new Oakley stuff, all that awesome stuff. Check out our awesome barbecue channel. If you're unfamiliar with our barbecue shop, which is next door to our golf shop, check that out as well. If you want to order or have any questions and get anything that's not on our website, you can call or text this number right here, or you can email us at golf@embersliving right here. All right, enough business. Actually subscribe, thumbs up, follow us on TikTok, Snapchat,
are you done
Facebook,
yet?
All the things. Follow us everywhere.
Can we get into the review?
Okay, so we'll give you guys...
throwing trash on the floor.
He doesn't like that.
There's 2 reviews in a row. You're just abusing me.
He doesn't like that. All right, so it is driver review season. Now, so far, if you're on our channel, you probably watched our Dark Speed Cobra review. And then this is the second new product we're reviewing.
Is that video already shot? The Dark Speed? And it's already released to the people?
Released to the people.
Wow.
By the time they watch this video, it's not released while we're shooting it.
No.
It's released when this video will be seen by the general public. All right, should we show them?
There's mine.
This one's yours?
Daddy's. Yeah.
Oh my God. What have I done? All right, this is a 10.5 for Tate. Should we give them a, we're gonna do this in a separate review, but let's give you a sneak peek at the fairway woods. Now, sneak peek at the fairway woods. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Now, again, this is gonna be a separate video. We'll include the link below. Actually, we won't because it's not made yet. Oh, this plastic is so hard to get off. All right, there they are in the piano black finish. So we have driver, fairway wood, and high B. So high B and fairway wood are gonna be in another video, but here's why I'm excited about these two. Not that I've been trying to get my Gen 6 out of the bag, but I tinker with everything, and the one thing that never changes is my PXG fairway wood.
Your 4 wood.
3 wood.
3 wood.
It's just so good. So I'm curious if the Black Ops is gonna be better. All right, should we talk drivers for a little bit?
Let's talk drivers.
All right, let's talk technology a little bit.
Tech talk.
And then we're gonna put this up against Gen 6, because what happens is they usually keep Gen 6, or the way PXG usually does it, is they usually keep the previous generation model available as a budget model. And so I thought it would be helpful to put it up against Gen 6 to really see if it's gonna be worth the upgrade or not.
Because both will be on the market at the same time.
Because every manufacturer, every time, announces how good their new products are and how much better they are than the old products. And sometimes they just aren't.
It's hard to beat your own product year after year.
So year after year, you can't have these types of jumps. Now my fear is, before we get into any technology, my fear is the Gen 4 driver, in my opinion, was just meh. There was a big jump in Gen 5 and a really big jump in Gen 6.
Yeah.
The Gen 6 driver was awesome.
The biggest jump between Gen 5 and Gen 6 was on
The biggest jump
driver.
I thought was between Gen 5 and Gen 6. So can we sustain another big jump?
Hopefully.
Only the data is going to tell us that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got in here? What do we got going on with these drivers besides the color?
Talk aesthetically. Where do you see the aesthetic differences?
Okay, well, I mean, not color, finish. Obviously, the biggest aesthetic difference is going to be the finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so the heavy weight is in the back, so we have 12.5 grams here, 2.5 and 2.5 grams here. So our heavy weight is in the back of the driver. So when all the weight is pulled in the back of a driver, essentially that makes it more forgiving driver, more or less. But let's say we're missing everything on the heel, or we need to, we're basically slicing everything. We can move this heavy weight into the heel of the club. It's going to pull the center of gravity closer to the heel. So it's not going to help with, it's going to help with those sprays and going to help with those heel misses or slices. The reverse is true if we put it in the toe. It's going to help with those draw shots, and it's going to help that weight in the toe is going to help keep the face of the club open. So I really like that. I really like that in a driver that we have. I think they have some of the best adjustable weighting in the driver industry.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
So the adjustable weighting technology is great, and was great in the Gen 6 as well. So that seems about the same. But let's talk about what's different. So one thing that they're touting is that they've changed the sound and feel of this driver. So it's supposed to have a better sound.
Yeah.
So we're going to check and make sure the sound is better, and of course the feel off the face.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Okay, so on the crown and back here, they've used 24T composite material. Now, what is 24T composite material?
I have no idea. You're going to have to explain it. Don't look at me.
I don't know.
You don't know either?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what it is, but I know what it does.
Yeah.
So it's lighter, thinner, and not as stiff as like a titanium or something like that. So essentially what they're saying is the flexibility of this and this lighter, thinner material, I think they've basically gone right to the edge and made it as thin and light as possible before it can give out, more or less.
And that should change the sound.
With taking the punishment. So that makes the driver more forgiving. So that's a new piece of technology, is this material here and here is different. So it's a better, lighter, thinner material here and here. Tayte, talk to me about your bulge radius.
Yeah, so the new one definitely has a bigger bulge.
Bigger bulge?
Yeah.
More bulged?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So you can see that. I can't point because I'm holding it, but can you point out what we're talking about so if they can't see it at home? Yeah.
More of a bulge?
Yeah, definitely more of a bulge.
But why is a bigger bulge better?
You gotta keep it together.
Why wouldn't someone want to optimize bulge?
Well, the bigger the bulge, the bigger the face. Better sweet spot. So you can see a high miss on this one. You have even extra room to hit it high here as you would there. I know it's only a couple millimeters, but that makes all the difference. Yeah. You can't. This guy can't get over the fact that it's a bigger bulge.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, also, new piece of technology, you can't see it, but this face is optimized. It has variable thickness on the back side of this face. So we actually saw that in the Cobra. I'm not saying it's like Cobra because manufacturers don't like that when you say it's like something else.
Right.
But I think that's being utilized, even in the AI inserts in the Callaway
Super Smoke.
The Odyssey. No, the Odyssey's
the putter.
The putter
it's not a Super Smoke. The Odyssey AI putters.
Smoke?
I did. I'm such an idiot.
So there's a variable face to this. So that should help.
What does that accomplish?
That helps with miss hits.
Okay. So what that's going to do essentially is if you miss one off the toe, that variable thickness should essentially be less punishing than if it was the same all the way around. So they add extra thickness to give you more forgiveness off a toe, off a heel, so that way it doesn't punish you as much yardage-wise. And
the last piece of technology is this face is made with AMF technology.
Okay.
What do you know about AMF technology? It's a proprietary new face material, which they don't tell you what it's actually made of because it's proprietary to PXG, kind of like their poly.
Yes, exactly like the inside polymer.
Yeah. So they don't tell you what it is, but AMF technology stands for Advanced Material Face. Now, if you're like me, when I heard that, I was like, that's
Advanced
a weird
Material Face.
But it really stands for, not in writing, but it stands for adios, you know what. PXG is some sick puppies with AMF.
Some dirty dogs.
Some advanced bulges.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some weird stuff going on at PXG.
And I like it.
and you're here for it.
Yeah, I'm ready to test it.
Okay, so that's a long-winded version of what this technology is all about.
Yeah.
But essentially, what they are saying is it accomplishes, in a nutshell, what does all this new technology do in this driver?
Well, it's all to implement speed, forgiveness, distance, and sweetening the sweet spot.
Sweetening the sweet.
Sweetening the sweet.
If you sweeten the sweet,
it's going to be sweeter.
So essentially what they're saying is, in a nutshell, it's going to sound better.
Check.
We have adjustable weighting.
Yeah.
Adjustable weighting.
Yeah.
They also claim that they have the highest speed combined with the highest launch. So a lot of drivers that are very, very fast
Yeah.
are low launch drivers.
Yeah.
So they're not saying they're the fastest driver.
But when you launch
They're
it
saying
high,
combined with the launch angle, it's the fastest, highest launching club. So most of like your max forgiveness clubs are very, very high launching. The problem is they're not very quick. You know, like think about like a Stealth HD or even the
I think of the
Max on the Aerojet. They're very slow. They're much slower clubs. So they're saying they're the
G425.
G430 Max,
425.
very slow, but very forgiving.
Yes.
So they're saying this is going to be high launching and rocket balls.
So out of the drivers that hit it, that nice high launch, it's going to be the fastest of those?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this isn't targeted as a high launch driver. They're just saying it automatically launches high.
Got it.
So by the way, the tour, Black Ops Tour, aren't here yet. So we're doing the tours in a separate review. So this is just for the stock model, but we're anticipating 85% of the general public needing this driver. And a lot of tour guys are playing this driver too.
Yeah.
So a lot of the tour guys aren't even playing the tour heads.
I believe it.
So essentially, am I making sense? Sounds better,
yeah.
faster, higher launch.
Yeah.
All that mumbo jumbo, the technology we talked about, that's really what it boils down to.
Those are the three things that they're accomplishing.
Oh, and more forgiving.
Yes.
So forgiveness, high launch, speed, sound, adjustability.
Got it.
Should we get down to it?
Let's just hit some balls.
Should we hit some balls?
Let's hit some
Okay,
balls.
let's get a baseline with Gen 6, establish how Gen 6 performs, then we'll try the new Black Ops.
Here we go. Gen 6 XF with the Ventus 6X. It's going to be the same shaft that's in the new Black Ops. Let's get some baseline.
What do you think of it? I've
Feels
never
good.
hit the XF.
Well, I don't think I have either. There's Cream City though. Oh!
Real quick, Tate, give me your feedback on the Gen 6.
Gen
XF.
6 is,
You hit it good.
yeah, you can watch our full length review on it, but Gen 6 is a very forgiving driver. It's very forgiving. It was one of my favorites of 2024 or 2023. So we kind of know what it does. It feels
We know it's good.
It's a little thuddy sounding and feeling, but performance-wise, it's
Can I
top
hit
five.
one, please?
It's top five. You asked me the question.
Remember what I said about the shaft?
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. You gotta get this up in the air a little bit more. Something in going with the graphite design, lighter shaft. This driver head's so much heavier than mine. I'm swinging it so slow. Oh, nope, I don't think it's the shaft. I think it's me.
You gonna take a break?
No, I'm good. Those are 10 bad shots, so shouldn't be hard. Okay, I'm excited to see how this sounds for Tate.
Okay, here we go. The long-awaited first shot with the PXG's 2024 driver, the Black Ops. So it's still the 0311 Black Ops, 10.5 degree on the same shaft I just tried out. Here we go.
How's it look standing over it?
It's definitely piano black. Like it's a huge contrast from the Gen 6 because the Gen 6 was obviously murdered out, matte black. So it's definitely a different look.
Sounding good. Didn't sound as thuddy.
No, it's definitely lighter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do you want to do 5 and 5? Or no?
Finally.
Cream City?
Yeah.
That one's low on the face and it still got in the air.
Yeah, it did. Holy cow. You could tell that one's thin.
That was a
Still
low.
got 280.
Low heel shot. You know, like some drivers you just immediately feel uncomfortable or comfortable with?
Yeah.
I immediately feel comfortable with this driver. You?
Yeah. All right, Trev. Last set of Black Op. Make it count, baby.
Oh, mama.
Oh,
Are you
that's gonna be
kidding
good.
me?
That's Cream City. It's got to be that tight draw. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
302. For funsies, should we really try to go full send?
Do it. Didn't see that coming.
Got me too. 318. That's full send, baby. All right, he wants one more, folks. One more.
It's got to pick up my club head speed.
114. You're just heely. Too spinny. Oh, man, that was fast though. 305. All right, should we look at some data?
Yeah, let's data it up.
Data it up. Okay, Tate, show us your ball data.
Okay, so it's pretty... Okay, going into it, like Trevor and I said in the beginning, it was going to be extremely hard to beat the Gen 6. But here's the data. We didn't really look at data before. 5 mile an hour faster ball speed. I have such a low launch.
We got to work on that.
I got to
That's
work on
too
my
low.
swing. People say you got to get a different shaft, a bigger lofted driver. It's like, no, my swing with driver is just not great. But I did get it up a full degree.
Higher launch shaft would help him.
Yeah, but then it's too spinny and then I lose it right. So a full degree more, less spin, and better distance.
Now show me your club head speed.
106 to 110.
So faster.
Faster.
So you're hitting it high on the face with your Gen 6. That could be why.
Yeah. But look at my
More in the
swing was
sweet
almost
spot.
identical.
Yep. So obviously better. Both of my dispersions on both clubs are pretty good, but I never felt comfortable with the XF, the Gen 6 XF. And honestly, when we did our reviews last year, I preferred the regular 0311, not the XF. But we did the XF, that way we did forgiveness versus forgiveness driver to keep it apples to apples.
And then when we do the Tour Black Ops, then we can go against the regular Gen 6.
Ball
That's a good
speed,
idea.
15 degrees or miles an hour faster. Oh, my launch was lower. Well, let's
look at your
actually
club
look
data.
at that, because I had some crazy, crazy high balls on my Gen 6 that were just straight off the top. Okay, so I'm taking out a couple mishits because I had some awful mishits in the
Gen 6.
Gen 6. No, it's still a lower launch. So I was actually launching the Gen 6 higher, but it didn't feel that way in the simulator, huh?
No.
It didn't feel that way.
Well, look at your data. It obviously wasn't doing it for you.
No.
Your total was worse than your carry.
So total, yeah, I carried 264. My total with the Gen 6 was 263.
On average, over 10.
Better spin rate with the Black Ops. For some reason, that's a little outlier, is that launch angle.
But higher ball speed.
But let's look at the club data. More efficient with the Black Ops, 1.46 versus 1.41, and almost 5 miles an hour faster. Now, if I really got tuned in on this driver, I normally hit my driver between 105 and 110. I usually hover
Swing
right
speed.
there. It's just that kind of day.
Yeah.
Towy, a little towy on both, but obviously I was centering it better on the Black Ops, which is going to contribute to some of that. But obviously, it's faster.
Yeah, the data doesn't lie.
So let's give our final thoughts.
Okay, data doesn't lie. So after seeing the data and feeling it, what do you think?
So feel and sound, no data, it felt so much better. I was so much more comfortable with that driver.
Yeah, and then confidence standing over the top?
What about you?
Same. It definitely sounded better. It didn't feel as clunky. So on impact, and I don't know how the best way to describe that, but on impact with the Gen 6, you felt it. You felt it more, especially the mishits.
Yeah.
So I think what they were saying about that dispersion on the new Black Ops I felt that for sure.
That's what I felt like is dispersion. We didn't actually look at dispersion too much, but dispersion, should we look at that quick?
Let's do it, yeah.
We forgot to look at dispersion. So here's the dispersion. So I have a much tighter dispersion with the Black Ops. Do we look at your dispersion?
Nah.
Look at that, much tighter dispersion with the Black Ops for Tayte too.
Yeah.
So it goes, anytime a driver can be faster, go further, and be more forgiving, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So,
anytime that piece of pizza, you think about it, a piece of pizza or a piece of pie off the driving range.
Oh, you're getting me hungry.
If it's here, if you can get that to the tiniest sliver possible, you're gonna have misses no matter what, but if you can get that cone down, that's a huge win and not sacrifice distance.
Gain distance.
Right.
So in a nutshell, is it better? Yes. Is it significantly better? Yes.
What did you think going into it to what you think now?
I thought it would be incrementally better.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Like decimal points better.
Yes. Because that's what happened Tayte and I when we did our Aerojet versus the Dark Speed review.
Yeah.
The Dark Speed was incrementally better.
Yeah.
It was better, but like I said, every manufacturer can't have this every year.
Yeah.
And so as we go through our testing, I don't want it to be like we're doing reviews and it's like every single time like, oh, I'm guaranteed this is better. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
In this case, it is.
It is.
It is better. This is the best driver PXG has ever made.
Yeah.
They're like officially, for years, they've always been an iron company that's made fairway woods and hybrids, in my opinion, and they've always excelled with their irons.
And I came into PXG with Gen 5. So I've seen Gen 5, Gen 6, and now this, and this is better. Where did you come into PXG?
Gen 1.
Okay.
And I mean, the woods haven't been a factor.
So you've had a PXG bag personally before the golf store, before any of that?
Yeah, I had Gen 1 in the bag, full bag.
And it's obvious that
So
this
I
is
know
by
my
far,
gens. I know my gens.
This is by far the best.
By far the best driver they've made, and it's not close. It is not close. I think their drivers have always been like, except Gen 6, it was starting to trickle in.
Yeah.
But it would be like, all right, we'll fit you with PXG fairway woods and drivers if you want a full PXG bag. But if you don't want a full PXG bag, let's find you something better.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that this year.
Right.
I don't think we're going to be able to say that. I think this is going to contend with the big dogs for the first time in PXG's history. It's that good.
I'm right there with you, brother.
This is after only one review. We're going to have to tinker with it more. But this is just as good and going to be just as good as any driver that comes out this year, I think.
Yeah. And if you're really interested in the tour driver, stay tuned because that one won't be long behind this one.
So thanks for coming and seeing us. Also, don't forget, what am I, Ron Burgundy? Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Real quick.
These are in the fitting studio, so come and get fitted for them.
That's what I was going to say.
No way.
What if you want to order this right now, but you
can
live
order
in
it
Texas?
right now. Call us and order it.
Wow. No matter where they live in the U.S.?
Yep. Call us and order it. Do it.
It's a no-brainer.
Do it. See you guys.
One more, Dioff.